Lord Lieutenant, Member of Parliament, our newly elected Mayor, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2025 Cambridge Independent Science and Technology Awards. We are back here at Hinxton Hall Conference Centre on the world-famous Wellcome Genome Campus, where so many discoveries and breakthroughs have been made. And that's appropriate because tonight you'll be hearing of a mind-bending array of ingenuity and innovation from our nominees. My name is Paul Brackley. I'm the editor of the Cambridge Independent and senior group editor for the region for its publisher, iLif Media. This is the 8th time we've hosted these awards, and we have broken the record again for the number of entries. But it is quality, not quantity, that matters, and we certainly have that tonight. Although I would add, sometimes quantity is quite impressive as well. Yeah, please do shout about your award if you win one. We will be using #SciTechAwards on social media. But I would ask that you set your phones to stun mode. Now, if you don't win an award tonight, please don't be disheartened. There were some incredibly tough calls for our judging panel to make. Some of these decisions even went to VAR. Now, you can see our judging panels on the screen here. Many thanks to all of them for giving up their time and their expertise. Thank you to Mark Watson and Mantua Space in particular for hosting us over at the Bradfield Centre, where I can certainly recommend the lunchtime menu. Thank you also to the AstraZeneca team here who judged the Researcher of the Year category. Now, before we begin our celebration of the finest in the region's science and technology, I'd also like to thank our imperious sponsors who make this evening possible. They are Alia Future Business Centre, Cambridge, Appleyard Lees, AstraZeneca, BDO, Cambridge Science Park, Coel, Cofinitiv, the Crown Estate, the Faculty of Science and Engineering at Anglia Ruskin University, Howden Insurance, KO Data, Mantle Space, Raupen, St John's Innovation Centre, Woodfine Solicitors and Zyme Communications. A round of applause, please, for our generous sponsors. And so to our first award, and we start with a very special one. The Lifetime Achievement Award is sponsored by the Crown Estate, one of the UK's largest landowners with a diverse £16 billion portfolio. It is contributing to a new innovation district in North East Cambridge and plans to transform Cambridge Business Park into a mission-led innovation ecosystem. Exciting plans indeed. I'm pleased to invite Development Manager Lizzie Sears to the stage to help present the trophy. Now, before we meet our winner, let me tell you a little bit about her. Our winner read Natural Sciences at Queen's College, Cambridge, before completing a PhD at the John Innes Centre for Plant Science Research and postdoctoral qualifications at Rutgers University in New Jersey. She then took a British Heart Foundation postdoctoral fellowship at the Department of Medicine here in Cambridge, before, in 1993, moving to a small Cambridge biotech startup called Cambridge Antibody Technology. The company would go on to pioneer the use of phage display technology, which led to the discovery of important drugs such as the blockbuster Humira. Our winner authored a number of important scientific papers on antibody discovery and is an inventor of a number of patents in the field. She created a technique to assist with the discovery of proximity-guided selection of antibodies known as Proximol. Cambridge Antibody Technology, meanwhile, would go on to be acquired by AstraZeneca and was merged with MedImmune as its global biologics R&D arm. Our winner became Vice President for R&D and Site Leader. In 25 years with these companies, she contributed to the launch of 8 new drugs. She also chaired the UK's Bioindustry Association, served as a director of Babraham Bioscience Technologies and Cambridge Enterprise, and was made an OBE for services to human monoclonal antibody drug research and development and biotechnology in 2019. Today, she is chair of the company Mogrify and CEO of Alchemab Therapeutics. But our winner can tell you about her story better herself. So let's invite her to the stage. Our Lifetime Achievement Award winner for 2025 is Dr. Jane Osborne.
Okay, well, first off, thanks, Paul. When you phoned me to tell me the news, I was completely surprised and very humbled, and it's a real privilege and a great honour to receive this award. I'd like to thank Cambridge Independent, the judges, and all the wonderful colleagues that have worked with me through my career. But I also think it's quite special because this is from Cambridge Independent, and Cambridge is a really special place. And I think my career wouldn't have had the same opportunities if I hadn't have had access to all the brilliant people here who've been incredibly generous. Generous with financing, with their time, with their ideas, but also being there when things go slightly off the rails, as you well know, do sometimes in our industry, and being there to say, be resilient and keep going. So massive thank you. So Paul asked me to talk for just a little while and give a few reflections on my career. And I think you've already done a sort of good job of explaining the journey. So I was thinking, how could I sort of do this in a simple way? And it sort of really crystallised out to what's really driven me in my career is the patients. We're all in the life science business working to make medicines, and seeing the effect that you can have on patients is the most rewarding thing. So I'm going to give you really 2 patient stories, I think. So as Paul mentioned, my career started actually 30 years ago now when I went to CAT, and I was working on making human antibodies and biologics discovery. Just as a sort of step back, at that time there was only one approved antibody therapy on the market. That was OKT3 for acute transplant rejection. If you fast forward to today, there's well over 120. But at the time, there was a huge amount of hope, excitement about how we could start making lots of different antibody therapies. And we were really working together to try and drive that. It was a great team at CAT. But there were a lot of bumps on the road. It was not as simple as we thought it was going to be. It was really hard to manufacture antibodies, choose the patients, choose the indications, and the whole community around the globe really helped work together to solve that. At CAT, we were actually quite fortunate, I think, that we had some really good collaborations. And one of those was a collaboration working on a protein called tumor necrosis factor alpha, where we made an antibody, which, as Paul said, became the blockbuster known as Humira, developed by AbbVie. And that drug got approved in 2001. And quite quickly, once we had approval, a patient, one of the first people to take Humira in the UK, actually came to talk to us at CAT. And it was a real punctuation mark, certainly in my career, because this lady was incredibly eloquent. She was relatively young, actually a nurse. She'd had really, really awful rheumatic pain in her hands and her arms, and she had failed other treatments. She took Humira, and she said it changed her life. She could now turn on a shower. She could open a jar of jam. She was more independent. She was thinking of going skiing. She never thought she'd be able to ski again. And it was a real light bulb moment when you think, having had a very dry academic career, reading papers and doing experiments and trying to work out what to do. And then you see somebody that's benefited from some of the science that we've all done together, was a really humbling moment. And we were all, I remember talking about it, and we were all very proud of what we'd done. But we also sort of sat there and reflected and felt we had a huge sense of responsibility, actually, that we'd created some great technology and we'd seen what it could do, and we really needed to carry on working and making as many medicines as we possibly could, which is what happened. So CAT got acquired by AstraZeneca. I carried on working at AstraZeneca with many of the great teams there, and we did manage to make 8 new biologics that got approved. And along that journey, we met other patients, cancer survivors, autoimmune patients, and each time that was the reward, certainly for many of us, seeing the benefits. So after sort of spending quite a bit of time working at AZ, I kind of had another punctuation mark in my career. I'd been working on a digital health strategy at AZ, which was really sort of thinking about monitoring wellness and how do you understand when people are well and when they need treatments. And this got me thinking in a bit of a different way about how to make medicines. Often what we do is look at the disease, what's happening in people who are ill, how can we interfere with that process. But thinking about how you start to become ill made me think, well, why don't we study the people that are well, that haven't got the disease and maybe should have, or have a risk of it, or are long-term survivors. And I started building this idea, and again, made some very fortunate connections with some great investors, SV Health Investors, Dementia Discovery Fund, and a US investor called DCVC, who helped seed fund a company called Wellcome Therapeutics, where I am now the CEO. So what we do at Wellcome is we really look at what's happening in those unusually well people. We look at their antibody immune responses, and we try and find things that are shared in those people and not seen in people with the disease. It's quite a simple idea. It's sort of turning drug discovery a little bit on its head. And we were working in neurodegeneration because there's a massive unmet medical need there, and we wanted to do something different. Now that takes me to my second patient story, which is a little bit of a more personal one. And this is the first time I've shared this publicly, really. But whilst I was working to set up Alchemab, during lockdown, my husband, John, who was a professor of physics in the university and a researcher in astrophysics, started having some memory issues. And this became more evident that there was a problem. And we eventually, post-lockdown, got a diagnosis of an early onset dementia. And that is now meaning that John needs some significant care. So obviously that wasn't what I'd anticipated to happen, but you cannot change the situation. You have to live with it, adapt, and deal with it. And the silver lining for me was it taught me a lot about the impact on the individual, the impact on the family, the impact on friends, colleagues, and actually the community, and how you can embrace this. And the other thing it did was it gave me a massive impetus to carry on doing what I am doing, and carry on with as much passion and speed to try and work through and find other drugs for all sorts of different neurodegenerative conditions. So this is actually quite good timing for this award, because last week the Cambridge Independent very kindly reported that Wellcome Therapeutics had signed a partnering deal with Lilly for our first antibody that's come out of our novel platform. And this is an antibody that was found in people resilient to a particular dementia, and it's going to start clinical trials this year. So we are really, really excited. We can't obviously predict how that will work out, but we need as many shots on goal as we possibly can in terms of making these medicines. And I know there are many people in this room and beyond doing the same thing, and I admire you for that and thank you for that. So just a sort of final few thoughts on what makes successful drug discovery projects and what makes you able to make drugs. And again, reflecting on this over the course of my career, I'd say that the key things you have to make a good molecule, a good medicine, is a great team. It's all about teamwork. As I said at the beginning, they've been the most amazing teams that I've worked with over the years, and it's an absolute joy. And this award celebrates those teams as well. You also need, within those teams, diversity of thought. And I think this is just a really important point I want to make for our industry, is that you need diversity, not just gender diversity, ethnic diversity, cultural diversity, but diversity in how people approach problems and how people think and how people ask questions. And that is something I feel very passionate about, because when I was in the beginning of my career, I was actually a real introvert. I was scared to speak up. I was a reflector. So I've been working hard to try and create environments where there's time for the introvert, the reflector, to contribute. And that has really added value in terms of providing innovative ideas. So that would just be my reflection and maybe a little sort of piece of thought of what can we all do to enable that. So I'm going to just finish now and say that actually my final thanks go to my two children, Madeline and James, who are sitting on the front row here. They have been so supportive of my career over all the years that you've been existing, from little kids who got pushed around from pillar to post with random acts of childcare, so that I could somehow get to a meeting or a conference, and sometimes I'd find you sitting on the front wall, locked out of the house. But you were amazing, and that you never complained, and you always understood that this was something that I wanted to do. And so thank you for that. And thank you for the support as we've worked through the situation with John as a family. Again, you've encouraged me to carry on doing what I'm passionate about, and how I can make a difference, and you've supported me on that. So thank you for that as well. I will carry on. My Lifetime Achievement Award is great, but I've got a few more years in me yet, and I'm going to carry on making as many medicines as I can. And actually, just to say, my daughter Madeline works for Lockers 23, who are up for an award later. She's a computational biologist, so go Lockers, working on Huntington disease. And my son James has just graduated in maths and is a fabulous computer scientist, looking for a job, just in case. Yeah. So I will end there, but I just want to say again, massive thank you. Really, really appreciate this, and thanks to everyone that I've worked with over the years for this.
Well, thank you so much, Jane, for speaking to us. And yes, we're not meaning to suggest your career's over. Absolutely not. We hope you continue to do what you do for many years. Congratulations on your richly deserved award. Thank you also to the Crown Estate for sponsoring the award. So, we've set our standard high for tonight. Who can live up to that? Now, we begin our look at the categories. I will tell you a bit about each nominee, and then I'll reveal a highly commended winner who I'll invite to the stage for a trophy before revealing the winner. We are going to begin with our award for businesses in their earliest stages, the one to watch, which you can look at as our prediction of who will go on to great things. And appropriately enough, having just heard from Jane, previous winners have included the likes of Mogrify, along with Vivid Q and Forefront RF. As always, this award is kindly sponsored by Cofinitiv. And it is my pleasure to invite to the stage the unstoppable force that is Faye Holland. Here are our nominees. Cambridge Kinetics has developed Kinabase to equip businesses and organisations with software that works the way they want it to, allowing them to organise data and save time. Integrated with AI technology, Cambridge Kinetics has expanded its user base in just 14 months to more than 100 organisations, ranging from solo founders and charities to businesses with more than 500 people. Ptolemy Bio, based at Alia Future Business Centre in Cambridge, pre-seed tech bio startup Ptolemy Bio is enabling broader access to cell and gene therapies through smarter, faster manufacturing solutions. Such therapies are tremendously exciting but can come with staggering price tags of up to £300,000 per dose. Ptolemy Bio aims to deploy precision-engineered, custom cell culture media using computational modelling, machine learning and metabolic engineering to cut costs and improve yields. OutSea. Station Road-based OutSea has unlocked a new mode of genomics discovery that predicts causal biology. Its platform, Anomaly, offers a knowledge-based AI approach to extracting further discovery from genetic data. It is applying this technology to genomic data sets covering thousands of diseases in over 1 million genomes, previously only analysed through association and correlation. Anthrotech. From medical training and robotics to prosthetics and cinematic special effects, Anthrotech is pushing boundaries with its hyper-realistic 3D printed skin, faces and body parts. They unlock new possibilities for anatomically accurate humanoid robots and prosthetics. And Anthrotech is also pioneering sustainable solutions for the silicon polymer industry. Longevity. Drug discovery company Longevity uses AI to identify key pathological pathways shared across age-related conditions. It has developed an anti-necrotic, a small molecule that inhibits necrosis, a process responsible for the tissue degeneration that drives diseases and frailty as we age, sparking major interest, including from NASA, as astronauts can face accelerated ageing. So 5 fascinating and exciting businesses there, I'm sure you'll agree. One of them has been highly commended and I would like to invite them to the stage. Congratulations go to Ptolemy Bio. Congratulations to Ptolemy Bio. Our one to watch winner for 2025 is Cambridge Kinetics. Many congratulations to Cambridge Kinetics on their win. Thank you to Faye and Cofinitiv for your unwavering support of our awards. Now we turn to the STEM Initiative of the Year category, which rewards work to encourage greater engagement in science, technology, engineering or mathematics, broadening access to careers and inspiring the next generation. The award is supported once more by Cambridge Science Park. I'm delighted to welcome to the stage Science Park Director Jane Hutchins. So the nominees are Black Talent and Leadership in STEM, a programme that addresses a pressing skills gap in STEM. This brings together industry, academia and not-for-profits. Involving more than 40 universities and 90 leaders, it has fast-tracked a structured programme of support to enable social mobility, work placements and opportunities to participate in high-profile events. It also provides an open-access learning platform, while a youth advisory committee provides insights to industry. Virtual work experience at the Wellcome Sanger Institute. Wellcome Connecting Science, the Wellcome Sanger Institute's learning and engagement programme, is inspiring 14 to 18-year-olds with a 10-hour virtual work experience course. A free interactive digital experience hosted on the careers platform SpringPod, it enables young people to experience career options in genomics and has benefited more than 4,000 students around the UK since 2023. Cambridge United Foundation and AstraZeneca's Active Science programme. With hands-on learning, relatable role models and a combination of science and physical activity, Active Science supports schools, particularly in disadvantaged areas such as Abbey, King's Hedges and Arbury, with a 6-week curriculum for Year 5 and 6 pupils. Participants explore the human circulatory system by monitoring their heart rates with oximeters, examining the effects of diet on the body and investigate the physics of forces using resistance parachutes. Cambridge Science Centre. Cambridge Science Centre has been around for a decade, but last year marked a pivotal year as it opened its new venue on Cambridge Science Park, welcoming more than 14,000 visitors, signing up more than 10,000 annual members and engaging more than 1,000 pupils with interactive exhibits, from its wind tunnel to paper aeroplane launchers. Meanwhile, it has also secured a semi-permanent satellite centre in Wisbech. The Perse Coding Team Challenge from the Perse School. The Perse Coding Team Challenge has become a leading national competition, engaging thousands of students in years 7 to 11 in coding. Students participate individually or in pairs to solve challenging tasks across multiple competition rounds to showcase their skills and compete for the coveted PCTC Cup. Aided by its new website, in 2024, participation soared to around 8,500 students across 429 registered schools, up 1,000 students. So that's 5 terrific initiatives there, all playing a brilliant role in inspiring the next generation and all worthy of recognition. Highly commended for breaking down barriers with an innovative and engaging programme is Active Science programme from Cambridge United Foundation, AstraZeneca. Well, congratulations to Cambridge United Foundation and AstraZeneca. And so, the winner of STEM Initiative of the Year for 2025, reflecting its terrific year, is Cambridge Science Centre. Well, congratulations to Cambridge Science Centre on their win. Thank you to Jane and Cambridge Science Park for their sponsorship. Now we turn to Employer of the Year, a category recognising organisations that go above and beyond for their employees, their community and the environment. This award is sponsored by the lovely people at Coel, the expert design and build fit-out specialist for office and lab space. I'm pleased to welcome to the stage CFO David Williams. So here are the nominees. RXcelerate. RXcelerate describes itself as a community-built and people-first organisation. Its committee is dedicated to wellbeing and mental health, charity, sustainability and social activity, and even a board game society, while its investment in R&D and learning and development ensures employees are always progressing. Meanwhile, it has won a Platinum Green Impact Award from Babraham Research Campus 2 years running. New Quantum. The quantum computing and network pioneer has rapidly scaled, recruiting top talent from diverse backgrounds to ensure a multidisciplinary approach to innovation. With comprehensive training from Life Labs Learning for its management team, its annual employee turnover rate is less than 5%, aided by transparent career pathways and a culture of inclusivity and an environment where its team is able to push boundaries. Metrion Biosciences. At Granta Park, Metrion Biosciences also has an exceptional retention rate, aided by its investment in employment development and mentoring and the opportunities it offers to attend international conferences. It promotes positive mental health and well-being with access to resources, offers hands-on work placements and has engaged My Green Lab to ensure its energy, water and other resources are used efficiently. Alstone Medical. From its Cambridge Science Park base, Alstone Medical has a focus on cross-collaboration across departments. It has employees of 35 nationalities and provides opportunities for continuous growth and skills enhancement through its management, mentoring and early careers schemes. It launched a careers pathway and competency framework in 2024 and is working on STEM outreach initiatives while also supporting causes including the local food bank. Biofidelity, a close-knit team with a culture of openness and high expectations, Biofidelity is investing in people's growth and well-being. With benchmark pay and benefits and tailored personal development plans, it promoted more than 16% of its employees last year, while offering family-friendly policies and an employee recognition award. Its Environmental Impact Committee works towards UN Sustainable Development Goals, and it has Green Lab certification. So we've got 5 outstanding employers there that are a model for others. Highly commended is Biofidelity. Barnaby's managed to make it tonight, so we're going to have to move on to our winner. The winner of Employer of the Year for 2025. Congratulations go to Alstone Medical. Congratulations to Alstone Medical on their success. Thank you to David and Coel for their sponsorship. Next up, it's AI Company of the Year, and it's sponsored this year by our good friends at BDO. I'm very pleased to invite Richard Watson to the stage to present this one. Now, no doubt, this lot have already used a machine learning algorithm to predict exactly what's going to happen here, but for the benefit of the rest of us mere mortals, let's take a look at the nominees. Luminance, a pioneer in legal-grade AI built on a large language model developed at the University of Cambridge. Luminance secured a $40 million Series B funding round last year, bringing next-gen AI to every touchpoint a business has with its contracts. It has achieved a number of world firsts, including the first use of AI to completely automate the negotiation of a contract and the first use of AI at the Old Bailey, saving £50,000 and 4 weeks in time. One company used it to analyse 20,000 contracts in just 20 minutes. Helix. Only 5% of the 10,000 known rare diseases affecting 400 million people around the world have approved treatments. Helix, which has raised $110 million to date, combines generative AI with deep drug discovery expertise to help change that. Currently focused on a number of rare conditions, it has achieved FDA clearance to advance its lead program for neurofibromatosis type 1 into a phase 2 clinical trial. SuperSense Technologies. Its second-generation remote monitoring system uses advanced radar and machine learning to care for individuals with dementia, sensing their day-to-day routine while prioritising privacy. It helps families to make informed decisions about the right level of care for their loved ones. SuperSense has been supported by the Alzheimer's Society and Innovate UK and has onboarded families for its next pilot, expanding beyond its first test homes. Ignota Labs. 56% of clinical trials fail due to safety issues, leading to $400 billion of annual loss and delaying treatments. Based at the Bradfield Centre, Ignota Labs turns around promising but failing drugs, using cutting-edge deep learning to uncover the mechanisms behind drug toxicity. Its AI platform SafePath combines cheminformatics, bioinformatics and multimodal data analysis so drug candidates can be refined or repurposed, and it expects to advance to clinical trials this year. Cusp AI. Working at the intersection of AI and materials science, Cusp AI was founded in 2024 by AI pioneer Professor Max Welling and renowned chemist Dr. Chad Edwards, securing $30 million in seed funding. Cusp AI's search engine generates new materials with desired properties 10 times faster than labs using AI algorithms. It is developing metal-organic frameworks that act like molecular sponges to capture CO2 and has partnered with Meta to generate rich data sets on carbon capture. Cardiotech Biosciences. Hills Road-based Cardiotech is a computational-enabled drug discovery company focused on cardiovascular disease. It uses an unbiased multi-omics approach to identify better biologically defined drug targets, and it has raised $6.5 million in seed funding. Partnering with more than 65 UK and US hospitals, it is building the largest human cardiac tissue multi-omics data set to tackle the poor translation of clinical trials in this area. So there you have it, outstanding uses of AI to tackle major challenges. One of them is highly commended. Congratulations go to Helix. Congratulations to Helix. And so, the winner of AI Company of the Year for 2025 after its incredible year is Luminance. Well, many congratulations to Luminance. Thank you to Richard and BDO for their sponsorship. Now to the first of two categories for individuals who could nominate themselves or be nominated by others. Researcher of the Year is sponsored by AstraZeneca, which helped to judge this award, and I'm delighted to invite Slavoj Petrovsky, Vice President at AstraZeneca's Centre for Genomics Research, to the stage. Here are our nominees. Professor Justin Roberts, Professor of Nutritional Physiology at Anglia Ruskin University. Exploring nutritional strategies to enhance metabolic responses to exercise, Justin has published more than 120 papers. He's explored polyphenol and protein-targeted approaches to support muscle function and adaptive recovery. He's shown limited need for high-protein intakes for trained athletes, showing targeted protein meals could optimise recovery, and has refined nocturnal feeding programs for military personnel. Dr. Rachel Walker, Abraham Institute. Many companies here today will have worked with Rachel over the past 20 years. Rachel and her team offer a world-class flow cytometry service, not only for Babraham scientists, but external biotechs too, 35 last year. She shared her knowledge by training 74 scientists and running 15 courses for more than 170 delegates, with another 160 attending a symposium. Rachel was also scientific organiser of an international congress and completed 2 publications, one of which changed how scientists carry out cell sorting using spectral cell sorters. Dr. Nurul Noor, clinical lecturer at the University of Cambridge and Addenbrooke's Hospital, focused on improving outcomes for patients with inflammatory bowel diseases. Dr. Nurul Noor was one of the first authors of the PROFILE trial, the largest clinical trial of its type ever conducted in the UK for Crohn's patients. Its game-changing results provide evidence for a new global standard of care, showing early monoclonal antibody therapy was highly effective and a safer treatment for newly diagnosed patients than the current standard of care. Dr. Akash Kumar, postdoctoral scientific researcher at the MRC Laboratory of Molecular Biology. Dr. Akash Kumar is creating new technology to observe living cells in real time with greater detail and speed than ever before. Conventional fluorescence microscopy, which tags specific proteins or molecules, can only track a few at a time. This new imaging technology, comprising novel hardware and software, allows up to 8 molecules to be tracked in a live cell simultaneously. It offers an 8-fold increase in biological information at more than 40 times the usual speed. Professor Sharon Moraine, co-director of the ARU Centre for Mind and Behaviour at Anglia Ruskin University. Combining psychology, cognitive neuroscience and psychiatry, Professor Sharon Moraine is deepening our understanding of mental health, particularly hoarding disorder, which affects 2.5% of the population, becomes worse with age and is more prevalent in those who have experienced trauma. The lead for the UK Hoarding Research Network, Sharon has published 58 peer-reviewed papers and is focused on multi-agency collaboration to help create lasting, impactful initiatives. Professor Chris Parris, head of the School of Life Sciences and leader of the Experimental Cancer Therapeutics team at Anglia Ruskin University. Chris has built a skilled research group focused on cancer research and novel therapeutic approaches. He initiated a partnership with Medinex on new anti-cancer reagents, including for some diseases with limited treatment options, such as pancreatic and brain cancer. It has led to 3 Innovate UK research grants and supported multiple patents for Medinex, which is now heading to phase 1 clinical trials. So 6 brilliant researchers, all worthy of recognition tonight across a range of disciplines. Highly commended after a very busy and impactful year is Dr. Rachel Walker. Congratulations to Rachel. The judging team at AstraZeneca said it was struck by Rachel's achievements in 2024 and the importance of her world-class work in supporting and promoting the whole Cambridge bioscience ecosystem. They were also impressed with her outreach in training and education, helping develop future leaders in the field. And so, the winner of Researcher of the Year for 2025 for some truly impactful research is Dr. Nurul Noor. Nuru couldn't be with us this evening, sadly, so we'll make sure that trophy gets to him. Thank you for your support, AstraZeneca. The team who were judging this said they were impressed by the quality and influence of Dr. Noor's work as he navigated the complexities of large collaborative trials and engaged with patients to translate trial results into clinical practice. His work and that of the broader team is already making a significant impact on national and international inflammatory bowel disease care guidelines. Thank you to Slave and AstraZeneca. Now we come to Cleantech Company of the Year, sponsored by our good friends at Woodfine Solicitors, who've been supporting these awards since their inception in 2017. I'm delighted to welcome to the stage a man with inimitable style, normally has the best jacket in the room. It's Woodfine's partner and another of our judges, Nick Sayer. See, I knew he wouldn't let me down. Here we are, our nominees. Levidian. 64% of greenhouse gas emissions stem from CO2 released by heavy emitters and hard-to-abate industries. Climate tech pioneer Levidian is tackling this head-on with its loop technology, capturing the carbon from methane before it is burned and turning it into clean hydrogen and high-quality graphene. It not only enables decarbonisation, but unlocks commercial value in it. Levidian has expanded in the UAE, entered the US market and made history with the world's first carbon-negative hydrogen produced from cow slurry in Somerset. Cambridge Cleantech, the UK's leading cleantech network, is creating new opportunities for cleantech companies. Its Climate Tech Club with Eagle Labs and Carbon 13 is bringing the community together, and it has launched the first climate accelerator for industrial decarbonisation with Cambridge Consultants and Climate KIC. It has facilitated the Innovation Network of Networks with Oxford and is developing a climate tech supercluster initiative alongside its popular cleantech venture days. IC Green. From its Milton Road base, IC Green is transforming the mature building energy management industry with scalable, easily implemented AI-driven hardware technology, optimising energy efficiency, reducing carbon emissions and enhancing indoor air quality. iSense is 100 times cheaper than traditional centralised systems and is designed for new builds and retrofits. BioXeroc. Future Business Centre-based BioXeroc is harnessing biotechnology to decarbonise the construction industry. Cement and concrete production contribute more than 8% of global CO2 emissions, but BioXeroc's groundbreaking alternative Biochem is a route to carbon negativity, which has helped it secure more than £4.5 million in funding. Its material faithfully replicates mould patterns, resists shrinkage, and offers a sleek white finish ideal for architectural applications, and pilots with industrial leaders are lined up. PES Technologies. Traditional soil testing can involve digging up and posting kilograms of soil and waiting weeks for the expensive results. PES Technologies' revolutionary soil health measurement system uses sensors that detect volatile organic compounds and machine learning technology to provide affordable in-field data via a handheld box. Simply place a teaspoon of soil inside, initiate the test via an app, and a unique electronic fingerprint is processed using a cloud-based algorithm with results in less than 10 minutes. Advanced infrastructure. In the last 12 months, Advanced Infrastructure has supported more than 200 local authorities in the UK to develop local area energy plans using GIS tools, helping them secure funding for low-carbon projects and accelerating the deployment of technologies like EV charge points and air source heat pumps using digital twins. Its data can identify those homes most in need of decarbonisation and even inform targeted interventions in areas of fuel poverty. So another excellent set of nominees there, but highly commended for Cleantech Company of the Year is BioXeroc. Well done to you. And the winner of Cleantech Company of the Year for 2025 is Levidian. Many congratulations to Levidian. Thank you to Nick and Woodfines for the support of that category. Now, it's Startup of the Year, sponsored by KO Data, which runs industry-leading data centres engineered for AI and advanced computing. I'm delighted to welcome Lizzie McDowell, Director of Marketing, to help me with this one. Let's take a look at our nominees. Outsy. Outsy was ahead of its time. It waited for the industry to catch up with an early vision for AI in genomic drug discovery before coming to fruition as a startup. The technology was quietly patented and developed for 5 years before it was validated for another 5 in academia. It then overcame a challenging investment environment to launch, with Professor Julian Goff and Dr. Chang Lu abandoning their academic careers to focus on this disruptive approach to interpreting the genome. Cinemate. Based at St John's Innovation Centre, Cinemate is reshaping the future of video technology. The company relaunched its platform with AI-powered features in 2024. Now you can capture your screen and let AI do the work, generate leads inside videos, and deliver personalised engagement with video branching. Its innovative approach means viewers don't need to leave a video for more information. They can ask the on-screen concierge about products or services in real time. SuperSense Technologies, helping carers get the right support for their loved ones so they can stay independent at home for longer. SuperSense unobtrusive remote monitoring system does not rely on cameras or microphones. Instead, it deploys machine learning to understand patterns of activity in the home to help spot subtle changes that might suggest something is wrong, and the insights are shared through family WhatsApp groups. Bleaken. From its base at the Future Business Centre in Cambridge, Bleaken is transforming the Internet of Things connectivity landscape by enabling physical products to communicate with cloud applications using Bluetooth Low Energy without the need for one-to-one pairing. Providing scalable, cost-effective solutions for industries ranging from healthcare to industrial IoT, it has secured a $4.6 million seed round. So some excellent startups offering ingenious solutions there. The judges have highly commended one of them for its exciting and innovative approach. Congratulations go to Bleaken. Congratulations to you. And now to the winner of Startup of the Year of 2025 for the outstanding promise of their technology. It is Outsea. Congratulations to Outsea on the win. Thank you to KO Data for their sponsorship. Now, it's time for our second category for Individual CEO of the Year, which we celebrate inspirational and influential leaders. It's sponsored by the good people at Howden Insurance. It is my pleasure to welcome to the stage Cambridge Branch Director Mark Rogers. Here are our nominees. Eleanor Lightbody, Luminance. Eleanor has expanded the vision and reach of Luminance on an international level and overseen massive growth. When she joined, Luminance sold its legal-grade AI exclusively to private practice law firms. Spotting a missed opportunity, she launched a corporate product for in-house legal teams, helping increase corporate customers by 5 times in 2 years, growing headcount by 80% in 2024 and leading a $40 million Series B funding round while achieving several industry firsts. Umaima Ahmed, 52 North. Umaima co-founded 52 North, which has created NutriCheck, a finger prick blood test to enable chemotherapy patients to reliably check for neutropenic sepsis at home. It earned Macmillan Cancer Support's first investment, was selected by the UK government as a breakthrough innovation, and secured $6 million in a unique investment co-led by leading hospital venture funds from both the UK and US. Umaima has now expanded 52 North's product portfolio. Dr. Frank Corbin, Ethicronics. Described by co-workers as showing exceptional leadership and vision, Frank has enabled Ethicronics to develop software that delivers hardware assurance solutions to fabless companies within sectors such as defence, automotive, finance and telecoms, growing its market presence through a deep understanding of software and hardware, coupled with an ability to foster a collaborative, forward-thinking culture. Frank is described as demonstrating unwavering humanity towards his team. Owen Thompson, Cambridge Future Tech. In just 4 years under Owen's leadership, this technology-first venture builder has created more than 80 highly skilled jobs and raised more than £24 million in external funding. One colleague of this former Typhoon fighter pilot told us, "Owen has a presence and drive that inspires me and all of our team to be better and work harder than any of us have ever experienced before. He has relentless ambition, setting audacious goals and challenging us to achieve things that can feel almost impossible, only to then lead us through." Dr. Ola Vlodek, Constructive Bio. Under Ola's leadership, this spin-out from the MRC Laboratory of Molecular Biology has developed two core platform technologies, large-scale DNA assembly to build whole bacterial genomes and genome reprogramming to engineer non-natural polymers. Last year, she secured one of the largest biotech Series A funding rounds in recent UK history, $58 million, bringing the total funding to $75 million. She has helped expand the team by 220%, actively mentors young scientists, and is a passionate advocate for empowering women in STEM fields. Dr. Barnaby Barnforth, Biofidelity. Since co-founding Biofidelity in 2019, Barnaby has overseen its rapid growth and the commercialisation of its genomic technology. He secured $60 million in funding, including a $24 million round last year. He has helped to launch Aspire Lung to address limitations of current biomarker testing methods for non-small lung cancer, and a colleague described him as the most thoughtful, visionary, collaborative and dynamic CEO I've ever had the privilege to work with in my 20-plus year career. So 6 outstanding CEOs there, leading their teams and their companies with real distinction. Highly commended for incredible achievements is Owen Thompson of Cambridge Future Tech. Congratulations to Owen. And now our CEO of the Year for 2024 is Eleanor Lightbody of Luminance. They're not all left. Eleanor is out the country at the moment, so has asked her team to collect her award for her. Many congratulations to Eleanor. Thank you to Mark and Howden Insurance for supporting this category. Next up is MedTech Company of the Year. Sponsored by St John's Innovation Centre, I'm delighted to invite another of our judges, CEO Barnaby Perks, to the stage to help with this one. Here are our nominees. CMR Surgical. Since being pioneered by a small team in Cambridge and launching in 2019, Versius, the surgical robot, has become a global game changer, installed at hospitals in 25 countries, where it has been used to enable minimal access surgery in more than 30,000 procedures to date. CMR Surgical's unicorn status has been enhanced with its recent $200 million fundraising, and the company has marked a number of exciting firsts in the past 12 months, including the launches of an integrated ICG viewing platform and an ultrasonic dissector. Sighted Health. The Station Road company is changing how we diagnose conditions of the esophagus. Endosign is a capsule sponge test that is more comfortable than traditional endoscopies and can be performed in any healthcare setting. Patients swallow a capsule attached to a thread. The capsule dissolves in the stomach, releasing a sponge that collects esophageal cells as it is retrieved, enabling screening for Barrett's esophagus and esophageal cancer. Undergoing extensive NHS testing, it's already used across 80 sites in the UK. Mersla Bio, the Cambridge Science Park-based biotech, is developing EcoLiver, a blood-based biomarker test for the early detection of liver cancer, offering higher sensitivity than traditional ultrasound screening and consistent performance among patients with higher BMI. At its heart lies Mersla Bio's dynamic biopsy platform, a first-of-its-kind technology that analyses dynamic biological processes through tissue-specific extracellular vesicles. 2024 brought exciting preliminary results from the clinic and US expansion. Areta Medical. Every year in the UK, more than 100,000 people are hospitalised with respiratory attacks, costing the NHS more than $500 million. Early intervention could prevent most of these emergencies. Founded by respiratory patient Dr. Graham Douglas, Areta Medical has developed the Repsicorder, combining 3 essential measurements into one platform, using unique sensor integration technology and signal processing algorithms. Electron RX. The Barclays Eagle Labs-based company is using digital medicine to change the lives of people with chronic respiratory diseases like pulmonary hypertension and COPD. It recently launched Purple DX, a cardiopulmonary assessment smartphone app built to medical device standards that uses algorithms to capture millions of data points that can be converted into digital biomarkers. It means patients can detect and monitor their lung function at home. RapidX Bio. Current clinical techniques for bacterial disease typically take more than 3 days, but a plasmonic PCR platform developed by Dr. Nipan Sawhney enables diagnosis in under 10 minutes. Some 98% of antibiotics and medication for infectious disease are prescribed without this critical data, leading to thousands of deaths and hundreds of thousands of unplanned hospital admissions. After raising more than £1.5 million and gathering clinical data, RapidX Bio is working towards commercialisation. Some stunning medtech innovations there at all stages of development. Highly commended in this category is Sighted Health. Congratulations to you. And the winner of MedTech Company of the Year for 2025 is CMR Surgical. Congratulations to CMR Surgical. Thank you to Barnaby and St John's Innovation Centre for their invaluable support. Now we turn to a category that rewards positive impact, and it is sponsored by Alia Future Business Centre, Cambridge, where they know a thing or two about that. I'm pleased to invite another of our judges, Director David Broach, to join us on the stage. Our nominees are Discovery. Discovery listens to patients and healthcare staff to help clients create better products and services. Its online engagement platform collects data and revolutionises collaboration, with each project tailored to its audience using surveys, forms and interactive tools. In 2024, the hybrid social enterprise gathered detailed feedback from chronic kidney disease patients, sepsis survivors and elective surgical hubs, and welcomed 1,800 new users. Alchemy Technology. Transforming the textile industry with sustainable innovations, Alchemy Technology created Endeavour, a state-of-the-art digital dyeing system to slash the environmental impact of textile production. It applies 1.2 billion drops per linear metre of fabric with 100 micron accuracy, using up to 85% less energy and 95% less wastewater, and cutting chemical use by 30%. AstraZeneca's next-gen inhaler propellant. Millions of people with COPD and asthma rely on pressurised metered-dose inhalers to deliver medicines to their lungs. But the propellants are powerful greenhouse gases, thousands of times more powerful than carbon dioxide. With pivotal work from scientists at its Discovery Centre in Cambridge, AstraZeneca has accelerated the transition to a next-generation propellant with near-zero global warming potential, 99% lower than today's medicines. It is committed to completing the conversion of its medicines by 2030. Cambridge Nucleomics. Sepsis affects 49 million people each year and claims 11 million lives. Survival chances fall by 8% every hour, but current tests take days. Cambridge Nucleomics is developing an automated diagnostic test based on platform technology developed over 15 years at the Cavendish Laboratory. As an early prototype, and a £500,000 pre-seed round will help it complete proof of concept studies. Grant Instruments. Experts in scientific temperature control, Grant Instruments has customers around the world, including NASA, CERN and many academic and industry labs. They demand accuracy but increasingly want to reduce their carbon footprint. Grant Instruments scientists have responded by developing a patented cooling device with variable valve technology that can be tuned to experimental requirements and gives greater energy efficiency without losing precision. QPT. Inefficient motor control electronics that use slow transistors can waste up to 25% of the electricity used by electric motors, while faster silicon carbide technologies are limited to 100 kHz switching frequencies. QPT uses gallium nitride wideband gap transistors that switch at much higher frequencies, slashing energy waste. Beyond motors, it can revolutionise power supplies, DC to DC converters and solid-state grids, saving vast amounts of electricity and emissions. Wonderful work from all of our nominees there in a range of fields. Highly commended this year is AstraZeneca for its next generation inhaler propellant. Congratulations to you, but the winner of the Tech for Good Award is a company making waves in its industry. It is QPT. Congratulations to QPT. Thank you to David and Ali, Future Business Head at Cambridge, for their ongoing support. Now to Software Company of the Year, supported by Mantle Space, a leading provider of rather wonderful serviced offices like those at the Bradfield Centre. I'm delighted to ask Mark Watson, General Manager at the Bradfield, and another of our judges to join me on stage. Here are our nominees. Ethicronics. From its base at Ali Future Business Centre at the Guildhall, Ethicronics has developed software to ensure the integrity and authenticity of any electronics from products to nanometers, providing security for industries such as defence, aerospace, finance, telecoms and critical infrastructure. In the last year, it began a project with the MOD, a £2.5 million project with a top university and a world-leading company in South Korea. Cusp AI. Existing methods for discovering new materials are slow, costly and fail 94% of the time. Cusp AI uses AI algorithms to create a search engine that tests millions of novel materials 10 times faster than labs to generate new materials with desired properties, improving from less than success rates from more than 10% to more than 90% and slashing development time from 3 to 5 years to 6 months. It has more than 30 industrial partners already in fields from carbon capture to semiconductor materials. Cambridge Kinetics. With its flagship software, Kinebase, Cambridge Kinetics has combined the power of enterprise platforms with the ease of a spreadsheet, based on the principle that technology should adapt to people, not the other way round. AI ready from the start, more than 100 organisations now use Kinebase, including charities like Home Start Cambridgeshire, Kids in Action and Global Health 50/50, helping them to save money. IQ Geo, based at 9 Hills Road in Cambridge, IQ Geo provides geospatial software to the telecommunication and utility industries. Operators providing critical broadband and electrical national infrastructure use it to plan and operate complex networks. In the last year, IQ Geo released a game-changing solution enabling broadband operators to fully monetize their optical fibre networks, automating and streamlining the process of quoting to customers and allowing sales engineers to quickly understand capacity and costs. Advanced infrastructure on a mission to accelerate an affordable transition to net zero energy systems. Advanced infrastructure provides companies, local authorities and distribution network operators with the GIS tools, datasets and APIs to plan local energy transitions. Launched in 2020, its local area energy planning tool enables councils and stakeholders to identify sites for low carbon energy interventions using digital twins. So those are our nominees, each with innovative and highly efficient software solutions. Highly commended for its real-world positive impact is Advanced Infrastructure, congratulations to you. And reflecting important progress in the last year, the winner of the Software Company of the Year for 2025 is IQ Geo. Congratulations to IQ Geo. Thank you to Mark and Mental Space for their support. Next up is the Award for Innovation. I can tell you we had an extraordinary long list in this category, demonstrating that innovation is at the heart of so much of what happens here. The award is sponsored by Railpen, which is investing heavily in the Cambridge ecosystem. I'm very pleased to ask Consultant Advisor Emma Goodford to join me on stage. Our nominees are AstraZeneca for its Milton AI research tool, marking a breakthrough in genomics science. This was developed at AstraZeneca's Centre for Genomics Research in Cambridge. Short for Machine Learning with Phenotype Associations, Milton AI began as a tool to identify individuals in large-scale studies who may unknowingly have undiagnosed conditions. But by combining genomic data and clinical biomarkers, it has shown exceptional aptitude for predicting individuals at risk of developing diseases, even prior to diagnosis, and its capabilities are openly available. ArterioSense. The success of a hip replacement depends on the implant's positioning and balancing soft tissue forces, but there are no technologies in use to measure the force passing through the hip joint during surgery. ArterioSense's solution, developed at Addenbrooke's, involves integrating thin novel force sensors into the trial liners used to find the correct fit for hip implants, offering real-time updates to improve patient outcomes. The prototype is now being converted into a regulatory compliant surgical aid. FlexEnable technology. After years of R&D, FlexEnable successfully moved its disruptive technology into mass production in May 2024. The world's first organic thin-film transistor display for a consumer product, the LedgerStack's cryptocurrency wallet, is now shipping to customers worldwide. The display wraps around a 180-degree exterior bend with a 3mm radius of curvature. Its process enables transistors to be manufactured at less than 100 degrees, by far the world's lowest temperature process for transistor manufacturing. More products are on the way. G-Scan. Bradfield Centre-based G-Scan is transforming how the built environment is managed using muon flux technology. This combines muon tomography and AI to improve assessments of the safety and integrity of bridges, tunnels, retaining walls and more. It can detect objects and chemical changes up to 10 metres deep to an accuracy of 1 millimetre in critical infrastructure by measuring the flow of subatomic particles and analysing them with AI to give an internal 3D image. PlexTech. With the opening up of frequency bands to communication devices in 5G and 6G, the efficient use of spectrum is becoming essential. PlexTech's innovation integrates radar and communication systems to improve use of the spectrum and cost efficiency across industries, including defence and telecoms. Integrating communication and sensing functionalities onto a single RF chain also leads to significant savings in weight, power and cost, helping drones and automotive systems. SolusCure. About 100 million people worldwide suffer from chronic wounds, and the cost to the NHS is £5 billion annually, yet healing rates have barely changed in decades. SolusCure's solution, Ore's Wound Gel, is a hydrogel releasing teramase, a recombinant enzyme cloned from medical maggots that targets fibrin and fibronectin in wounds and promotes healing. With Phase 2A clinical trial results, major grants and a collaboration with the US Army on infection in combat fields, 2024 was a year of major progress for SolusCure. Mersla Bio. Liver cancer is the third leading cause of cancer-related deaths globally, and in the US its incidence has tripled over 30 years. Late-stage diagnosis leads to a 5-year survival rate of less than 20%, but this rises to more than 70% with early detection. Mersla Bio's EcoLiver blood-based biomarker test has the potential to transform early detection and uses a first-of-its-kind technology analysing biological processes through tissue-specific extracellular vesicles that provide an array of multi-omics data. So some outstanding innovations across the board there. They're just the ones that we shortlisted. There were many, many more. Highly commended for the award for innovation is Mersla Bio. Congratulations to Pierre and the team. And the winner of this fiercely contested award for innovation for 2025 is ArtioSense. Congratulations to ArtioSense and their win. Thank you to Emma and Raupen for their support. And the competition will remain fierce in these final few categories. Next up is Biotech Company of the Year, a field for which Cambridge is, of course, renowned. Appleyard Lees, the leading intellectual property law firm, has supported these awards since their inception and sponsors this category. I'm pleased to welcome partner Barbara Fleck to the stage to help me with this one. On to our nominees. Mestag Therapeutics 2024 was a year of milestones for Mestag, which is harnessing insights into fibroblast immune interactions to develop treatments for cancer and inflammatory diseases. In October, it announced a partnership with MSD with a deal value of up to $1.9 billion. And in December, Johnson & Johnson licensed a target from its existing partnership. Its lead program represents a powerful new class of therapeutics to tackle solid tumours and was awarded £1.4 million from Innovate UK. Constructive Bio, with its exclusive licence to mind-blowing research of Professor Jason Chin at the MRC Laboratory of Molecular Biology, Constructive Bio is able to rewrite entire genomes, incorporating non-canonical amino acids to create biomolecules with entirely new properties. It offers the potential to reshape industries from drug discovery to sustainable materials, which helped it recently secure a $58 million Series A funding round. Nexera Pharma, formerly Sozi Heptares, Nexera Pharma made real progress under its new name last year, powered by its R&D site in Granta Park. With 13 programs in clinical development, it has major partnerships with the likes of Pfizer, AbbVie and Lilly. It generated about $90 million in milestone and upfront payments last year, including for drug candidates for schizophrenia and narcolepsy, and it dosed the first subject in an inflammatory bowel disease trial. Nuclera. Vision Park-based Nuclera is accelerating drug discovery by enabling rapid, easy access to functional proteins through its eProtein Discover benchtop system, launched in 2024 to accelerate protein expression and purification. Systems have already been installed at places including UCL, the University of Manchester, and the CRUK Cambridge Institute, and in October, Nuclera closed a $75 million Series C funding round. rAccelerate. Babraham Research Campus-based rAccelerate has more than doubled its headcount in 5 years, helping it deliver pharma-grade drug candidates quickly at a fraction of the cost of traditional approaches. Its services cover the entire discovery and development spectrum with proprietary platforms for virtual screening, human antibody discovery and proteomics. It has helped 14 clinical candidates progress to patient-based trials since 2013. Vinortis Bio. A UCL spin-out based at Unity Campus, Vinortis Bio pioneers the development of cell-specific genetic medicines with its Polynaut platform, using polymer nanovesicle technology capable of crossing the blood-brain barrier, helping to address critical unmet needs in central nervous system disorders, cystic fibrosis and other life-limiting diseases. Vinortis announced a major milestone last year with Eli Lilly. So 6 outstanding biotech finalists, and the judges had a big challenge on their hands again here. Highly commended is Constructive Bio, congratulations to you. And the winner of Biotech Company of the Year after a brilliant year is Nuclera. Congratulations to Nuclera. Thank you to Barbara and Appleyard Lees for their much valued support of these awards. We'll see Appleyard Lees again soon to hand out the IP prize. On to our penultimate award, and the standard of entry was exceptionally high once again here. Well done to anyone who got on this shortlist. It's sponsored by the rather brilliant Faculty of Science and Engineering at Anglia Ruskin University. I'm delighted to welcome Pro Vice Chancellor and Dean for the Faculty, Professor Laurie Butler, to the stage. Here we go with the nominees. Cellular Origins. TTP spin-out Cellular Origins is revolutionising the way cell and gene therapies are manufactured at scale through advanced automisation. Manufacturing of these therapies remains largely manual, with only 11,000 patients receiving approved therapies, but Cellular Origins Constellation is a mobile, robotic, automated and digitally unified system capable of manufacturing 10,000 treatments a year. The first installation took place in Stevenage this year. New Quantum. From the Browers Building, New Quantum is building the quantum network infrastructure essential to scaling quantum computers. To achieve transformational impacts, quantum computers must go from hundreds of qubits to millions. New Quantum is weaving multiple quantum processes together into a more powerful computer. Last year, it shared a prototype of its qubit photon interface and built its first quantum networking unit. Pragmatic Semiconductor. It was an incredible year for the Cambridge Science Park company, which designs and manufactures low-cost, low-carbon, flexible chips. Fuelled by Europe's largest ever semiconductor venture funding round of £182 million, it opened the world's first 300mm flexible wafer lab, capable of producing billions of flexible integrated circuits a year. And it demonstrated the world's first 32-bit microprocessor in a flexible technology. Intelligence Systems. Tech consultancy and managed services provider Intelligence offers cybersecurity expertise to protect private, public and not-for-profit sectors. Its Stratium platform provides insights on infrastructure and applications with a capability only normally seen with very expensive tools. Last year it was chosen to support one of the UK's fastest growing not-for-profit research organisations and advised on one of the world's largest endowment institutions. Bango. Bango payments power many of the world's leading online stores, from Google Play for billions of smartphone users through to Amazon retail payments in Japan. Now it's powering the success of the subscriptions economy with its digital vending machine, enabling super bundling at speed and scale. It helped Microsoft, for example, to deliver Game Pass Ultimate, which I can tell you is costing me a few quid every month for my son, so thanks for that, Bango. Advanced infrastructure. As we heard earlier tonight, advanced infrastructure provides the tools to enable organisations to plan energy transitions. Did you know cities and councils influence more than 80% of net zero carbon emissions targets by 2050? In the UK, we need to deploy £40 million per year of low carbon infrastructure, but the current spend is half that. Advanced infrastructure has been working with the likes of UK power networks to change that. So those are our nominees. Real variety and innovation on show there. Highly commended, though, after a landmark year, is Pragmatic Semiconductor. Congratulations to Pragmatic. But the winner of Technology Company of the Year for 2025 for its extraordinary work in an emerging field is New Quantum. Well, many congratulations to New Quantum. Thank you to Laurie and the Faculty of Science and Engineering at ARU for their ongoing support of this award. So, we've reached our final category, Life Science Company of the Year. Naturally, this one is another fierce contest with the likes of Microbiotica and Alsto Medical among previous winners. Sponsoring this award are our good friends at Zyme Communications, which provide PR and marketing services for the life science sector. I'm delighted to welcome Managing Director Lorna Cudden to the stage for this one. Here are our nominees. Astex Pharmaceuticals, a pioneer of fragment-based drug discovery to help generate novel small molecule drugs. Astex marked its 25th anniversary in style last year. It already has 3 marketed cancer drugs to its name through discoveries with academic and pharma partnerships, and is working on multiple collaborations, including an exclusive worldwide research collaboration and license agreement with MSD signed last August. Broken String Biosciences. From here on the Wellcome Genome Campus, Broken String Biosciences has become a key enabler of the CRISPR gene editing therapeutics revolution. After raising £15.2 million in financing, it commercialised InduceSeq to detect on- and off-target gene edits. In February, it launched its Catalyst Early Access programme, enabling developers to access it in their own labs. Working in days rather than months, it will enable the development of more gene-edited drugs. Sphere Bio. Now in its 15th year, Sphere Bio, previously Sphere Fluidics, has scaled from 74 to 98 employees globally and appointed a new CEO. Its Pica droplet microfluidic technology enables single-cell analysis and isolation. Cytomine can screen tens of millions of cells in a single day and was built on in January when Sphere Bio launched Cytomine Chroma, which adds multiplexing technology to speed up discoveries further. Qkine. Now based at Murdoch House in Cambridge, Qkine manufactures high-purity, animal-free growth factors, cytokines and other complex proteins for life science applications, including stem cell and organoid culture. Using proprietary production processes and protein engineering technology, Qkine's revenues grew 137% year-on-year, and its catalogue now has more than 80 products, including a new high-quality food-grade range. Locus 23 Therapeutics, developing small molecule somatic expansion inhibitors for the treatment of Huntington's disease and other triplet repeat disorders, this company closed a £35 million Series A fundraise with 3 blue-chip investors in October. With a workforce that is 77% female, it is a leader in its field, and its drug discovery approach to tackle aberrant DNA mismatch repair has been presented in the Journal of Huntington's Disease. Foremost is drugging supposedly undruggable spaces to develop a pipeline of degrader therapeutics within oncology and inflammation. Foremost SiteSeeker screening platform probes the entire human proteome, and the company built on it with the 2024 launch of GlueSeeker, which helps to unlock the potential of molecular glue degraders. It extended its Series B round to more than $50 million in September. So there you have it, our final set of nominees, and a very impressive bunch they are. Highly commended in this category is Astex Pharmaceuticals, congratulations to Astex. But now the winner of Life Science Company of the Year for 2025. Congratulations to Broken String Biosciences. Congratulations to the team at Broken String, doing great things. Thank you to Lorna and to Zyme Communications for their fantastic support. Now, that is our final category, but we have one more prize to give out, the lucky winner of which has been chosen from all of our nominees this evening and will benefit from £1,500 worth of intellectual property services from Appleyard Lees. I'd like to invite to the stage Senior Associate Daniel Bailey to hand over this prize. Now, Appleyard Lees is a full-service IP firm with patent and trademark attorneys and specialist solicitors, and therefore can create a bespoke prize to suit this company. I can reveal that the winner of this prize is Anthrotech. Well, thank you to Daniel and Appleyard Lees for their generous prize, and a big thank you to all of our sponsors for their support tonight. I'd also like to thank the team here at Hinxton Hall Conference Centre for being such brilliant hosts, the AV team, my colleagues at the Cambridge Independent, particularly Jonathan Chewson, Lisa Jackson, and of course Cambridge's finest photographer, Keith Heppel, for all their help tonight. Well, he is, isn't he? In a minute, I'll invite all our winners back to the stage for a group photograph, but first of all, a small advertisement. Please do look out for coverage on our website, cambridgeindependent.co.uk, after these awards. Look out for our souvenir supplement with all our pictures and the stories from tonight in the Cambridge Independent next week in the shops from Wednesday. And you can join the legions of people, legions, signing up for a digital subscription. If you use my name as a code, you can get a huge discount across our page-turning edition, our premium website and our app. You can get it all for less than £25 a year. Or use the code BizPaul for a discount on business packages to share among your colleagues. You'll be supporting independent journalism and our coverage of the sectors we've been hearing about tonight. Now, you're very welcome to carry on networking here for a few more minutes after this ceremony, but there will be a cash bar opening up if you'd like to go there. Please do pick up your goodie bags when you leave. There's copies of the paper and IQ magazine inside that. But before you do that, I'd like to invite a representative from all the winners and all of those who were highly commended to come to the stage with their trophies for a group photograph. So thank you and good night.